I welcome to all on the course of refrigeration and air conditioning. Today we are going to start the new chapter, that is the chapter 6, and chapter name Psychometric and Comfort Air Conditioning System. Let the content in this chapter will cover introduction, psychometric terms, adiabatic saturation of air by evaporation of water, psychometric chart, psychometric process, sensible heating and cooling, cooling and dehumidification, heating and humidification, total heat of a cooling process, SHF, BFF, sensible heat factor, bypass heat factor, adiabatic mixing, and we will solve some numerical problem, and effective temperature and the comfort chart. Let's start the introduction part of the psychometric. The psychometric is the branch of engineering science which deals with the study of moisture air. The moisture air means the dry air with water vapor, or we can tell humidity also. It also includes the study of behavior of dry air and the water vapor mixture under various set of conditions. Through the Earth atmosphere is a mixture of gases including nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide for the purpose of psychometric. So, it is considered as a mixture of dry air and the water vapor only. How the water vapor present in the atmosphere? The source of the water vapor, mainly the evaporation of water from the water bodies like sea and the lake, and 1 to 3%. If you see, the amount of water vapor varies in the air with locality and the weather condition, only 1 to 3% by the mass of mixture. So before starting the air conditioning, we have to design the air conditioning system and temperature and the moisture content of the air to be conditioned, and the same properties of the air needed to produce the desired air conditioning effect. So the psychometric means the study of moisture air or dry air plus water vapor. Let's talk different terms, technical terms required to understand the psychometric process. The first is the dry air. The pure dry air is a mixture of number of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, argon, neon, and the helium. But here observe the nitrogen 79% and oxygen 29% have the major portion in the atmospheric air. The molecular mass of the dry air is taken as 28.996, and the gas constant, it is constant equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin or 287 joule per kg Kelvin. And the molecular mass of water vapor is taken as 18.016, and the gas constant for water vapor is equal to 0.4 461 kilojoule per kg Kelvin or 461 joule per kg Kelvin. In the dry air, some point we have to remember, important point. In the atmosphere, pure dry air does not ordinarily exist in nature because of it is always contains some water vapor. When you are using the term of air, means that the dry air containing the moisture in the vapor form. The both dry air and the water vapor can consider as a perfect gas because both are exist in the atmospheric at the low pressure. Thus, all the perfect gas terms can be applied to them individually. So, density of the dry air, you are consider this is 1.293 kg per meter cube at atmospheric pressure 1.0135 bar, or we can tell 10135 kilonewton per meter square at 0 degree Celsius. So this is about the dry air. Mind it, there is no pure dry air. Dry air means it is the mixture of air plus water vapor. Let's come the moisture air. The moisture air, it is the mixture of dry air and the water vapor. The amount of water vapor present in the air depend upon the absolute pressure and the temperature of the mixture. Then you come to the saturated air. It is the mixture of dry air and the water vapor when the air has diffused the maximum amount of water vapor into it. The water vapor usually occurs in the form of superheated steam, as you are not visible that water vapor. However, when the saturated air is cooled, the water vapor in the air start to condensing, and same may be visible in the form of fog or the condensation on the cold surface. So this is all about the saturated air. Let's come the unsaturated air. The unsaturated air is the mixture of dry air and the superheated water vapor. When the partial pressure of the vapor is less than the saturation pressure of the water at the temperature of the mixture. Let's come superheated saturated air mixture. It is also mixture of dry air and the water vapor in which the partial pressure of the water vapor is greater than the saturation pressure of water at the temperature of the mixture. So these are the technical terms you have to require to understand the psychrometric process. Let's come the important properties or some parameter. First is the dry bulb temperature. It is the temperature of air recorded by the thermometer when it is not affected by the moisture present in the air. The dry bulb paper, officially also you can write, briefly also you can write dBT, and we can write in mathematically TD or TdB. Here you observe, this is the thermometer, it is not affected by the moisture. Okay, so this is about the dry bulb temperature. Then you come wet bulb temperature. It is the temperature of air recorded by the thermometer when the bulb is surrounded by wet cloth exposed to the air. Such thermometer is called wet bulb temperature or wet bulb thermometer. The wet bulb temperature we can briefly write WBT, and generally we can write TW or TWB. Here you observe in the thermometer, here you are wrapping the wet cloth and exposed to the air. In the dry bulb paper, that is, there is no wet cloth, but in the wet bulb temperature you have to wrapping the wet cloth. That is the difference between dry bulb temperature and the wet bulb temperature. Let's come dew point temperature. The dew point temperature mathematically, the briefly also you can write DPT, means it is the temperature of air recorded by the thermometer when the moisture present in it begins to condense. When in the atmospheric air, moisture is there. When it is start to condense, and you are measuring the temperature of that air, that is the dew point temperature. In other words also you can tell the dew point temperature is the saturation temperature corresponding to the partial pressure of the water vapor, and it mathematically also you can write TDP. Okay, so this is about the dew point temperature. When the moisture start to condense, and we are measuring at that time the temperature. Then you come to the humidity ratio or specific humidity. The humidity ratio or specific humidity, you can tell it is the mass of water vapor present in 1 kg of dry air. Generally it is expressed gram per kg of dry air. So kitna mass, how much mass vapor present in the dry air, that is the humidity ratio or specific humidity. So W you can write mv, mass of water vapor, by mass of dry air. Then absolute humidity. The absolute humidity, it is the mass of water vapor present in 1 meter cube of dry air. It is generally expressed in the term of gram per cubic meter. It is also expressed in the term of grain per cubic meter of dry air. Mathematically you can write 1 kg of water vapor is equal to 15,430 grains. So this is all about the absolute humidity. Thank you. In the next class I will explain other properties.